Hi there, and welcome back to Number One Geek. It is me, Saz, and we're back with our second tutorial on moulding. So, as you can see, we've been doing this wolf-style Mandalorian helmet, and we're going through the process of preparing it for a mould. So let's see where we go next. I think what we did last time was we made the collar, and now we need to go to the next step. So first things first, what is a plug? Well, the plug is that model that you see in front of you. The plug is the basic shape that you are moulding. So if anybody ever says that they're making a plug, then you'll understand it's just the part that makes the initial shape for the mould itself. Now, what Dom's doing here, because this is only just a one-person job, is he's just making sure that any sort of holes or missteps in the underside of the model are nice and smooth. What you'll find he'll do is he'll go around with what Americans call Bondo, or we call Isopon, or car body filler, which is the basic thing of using with fiberglass to help models. And as you can see, he's got his knife there, and he's just effectively just covering the holes, and then just using the knife to keep it to make sure the area is smooth. Then he grabs some just general duty sealant. It's a silicone base, but it's a different type of silicone to the stuff that you'll make the mould. As you can see, he uses black stuff because the clear stuff is a lot harder to see. So all he's doing is he's just going over the area between the cardboard and the seam of the bucket. To do that, that will basically seal and stop any sort of silicone from getting in and causing any particular pulls. Now, the thing about pulls is that they'll get caught to the model, and if you pull it away, it can actually damage the mould on the way out. So you want to make sure that your model is as smooth as possible and that it doesn't trap any form of silicone when it goes through. So, as Dom carries on going through all this bit, he's just laying it on with a spatula, and then what he's doing there, apart from dropping things on the floor, is he's using a baby wipe. Now, baby wipes are very, very good for getting rid of stuff from your mould. So he's just cleaning up the mould now with a baby wipe to make sure that any silicone isn't going to affect the basic mould. And there's your finished product for the top. It's just sealed around the edges. So next job is to super glue it to the base. Yes, you want a firm glue. Super glue is usually good. Hot glue is good for temporary measures, but sometimes heat can actually make it move away. So we generally tend to use super glue to keep it down. I mean, you can easily pull super glue apart when it comes to stuff like paper and so forth. So he's gluing it, and he's just going to put it straight down onto the mould board, and then just make sure that each piece of the mould is put down and secured firmly to the board. You want to make sure that what happens is that things float, so you want to make sure it is. Now all he's doing now is just putting some silicone between the lines to make sure that once again we don't get any pulls, any of the silicone getting into the cardboard and damaging the mould potentially. And just general smoothing out just to make sure that it all goes well. Just making sure that we're nice and sealed, and that nothing's going to be getting in anywhere apart from where we want it to go. This is one of the reasons why we have to prep for a mould. It's because we have to make sure that everything is 100% sealed. Now Dom does an extra step. He likes to use some duct tape to cover over. This isn't a necessary step, but it's usually a wise step, if you see the points. That should be sealed right there. However, I think we want to make sure that we get a really good mould out of this one, because I'll be casting and casting and casting after this. So we want to make sure that it is in its best possible premium view afterwards. So that is about it, really. So that's about it for this part of the tutorial. If you like what you like, then press the like button. If you do not like it, press the dislike button. But don't forget to subscribe if you're up for this. Also, don't forget, there'll be more tutorials later. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.